And well, you know, Matt Damon, when I just did the Odyssey with him, said that him and Ben Affleck came to see my show Freak, and that's why they were inspired to write
Good Will Hunting?
Good Will Hunting.
Get out of here.
Oh my God, this is some of the best acting I've ever seen in my life. If you can't be present, you can't be present on film, and you can't give us authenticity, you can't give us the impulsivity, the animal in you, you know, because that has to exist on film. Italian people used to be upset at me about Pacino.
What a segue, John! Come on! Welcome back to another edition of Scene Stealers, where we talk about our favorite scenes with our favorite actors. Today, we are joined by the legend, the multi-hyphenate, John Leguizamo.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, it's a pleasure, man.
This is incredible. Out now on Hulu, on Disney Plus, is Dear Killer Nannies. John Leguizamo, star, plays Pablo Escobar. I watched it last night.
Yeah.
It's insane.
All 8 episodes?
No, I only got 3.
Oh, okay,
But
3, and that's good.
It's fantastic. The first episode ends with a pretty insane scene. Young Juan Pablo, who's 7 years old, in the club, and that reminded me of young John Leguizamo on Freak, when you're talking about drinking with your dad.
Yeah.
Did you have any kind of crossovers with that?
I mean, we're talking about Pablo Escobar.
You know what
I mean? It's not really, there's not an equivalent or a comparable. My life was not like that. I mean, I did grow up in poverty like he did. And I succeeded, but not like to the level of his success.
Of course.
But I am a dad, and he's a dad. I'm not amoral, because I I know gangsters have their own moral code, and obviously Pablo had his own moral code. But yeah, there was some crossover, but not a lot. You know, this is a fascinating show because it's the first authorized by the family and by the son. So some of the scenes, the dialogue was actually said between Pablo Escobar and his son.
Really?
That's why you feel, this is a very different show because it's not really about Pablo Escobar, it's really about the son and how he was raised, because he was Pablo's son. So when he went to school, there was too much danger of him being assassinated. The other kids didn't want to mingle with him because they were scared, so he was ostracized.
Right.
So he had to stay home and be homeschooled. And so the dad got these killer nannies because they could protect him. They were assassins, but they were his friends. They were his community. They were everything to him.
And he narrates it, right?
Yes, the real son narrates it, and I hung out with him trying to understand how I can portray him different than everybody else has done.
That's exactly
I mean,
what I
obviously, I
asked
studied all the tapes, all the video I could get my hands in, watch it over and over and over, like I was being a prisoner of war, tortured. I mean, I just watched it because I wanted to be authentic as possible. Because obviously, I'm Colombian, and I know everybody's gonna be up my, trying to make sure that, he didn't sound authentic, he didn't get the accent, so I was really trying to get that accent perfect. Because there's been other versions of Pablo where the accent was, I'm not gonna diss the other actors, they tried their best. But they didn't really hit the mark.
They're not Colombian.
They didn't. They weren't Colombian, and they didn't hit the accent close, not even close. So I wanted to be mad close.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
And it's out now. It's on Hulu, Disney Plus. Please go watch it. Our next scene we're gonna fire this up here. We got the graveyard scene from Summer of Sam.
Oh.
You get out of my car. Get out of it right now. Fucking piece of shit. Fucking make me sick, you fucking slut.
Oh. That was a real slap. You can see the red, the finger. You can see her head.
I smell the pussy juice all over your fucking face! You fucking sick bastard! How dare you! And all this time I'm thinking there's something wrong with me! You perverted sick fuck!
How good is she, man? She's killing it.
Unreal.
And we didn't barely ad-lib. This was written by Michael Imperioli and Victor Colicchio. Michael Imperioli,
Of course.
from The Sopranos.
Yeah, Christopher.
Not Christopher. Christopher.
He's the sex shop.
Yes,
he runs a sex shop in this.
So this is his script, and the dialogue was so incredible. Spike Lee working with him was incredible.
So this was 99, so this came after Freak. Freak was 98, I think?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Spike directed
Freak.
Which
is insane.
is incredible.
Dude, watching a comedy special directed by Spike Lee is fucking nuts.
And he let me go to the editing room.
He let you in the editing room?
That was the first time that I'd been in an editing room in my entire life. And that's a lie. I've been in the room before. But not with like a big director. Like a big director letting me come into this and give opinions. Come on, his suggestions.
That
But it was
was-
my show, so he figured I knew it better than anybody, and he was right. I had a lot of great suggestions, if I do say so myself.
What was that like? Did you work with him planning the show as well?
Yeah, we talked about it, and he had 5 cameras. I had filmed all my other shows before, but he came with a crew, the most excellent crew. I mean, steady cams, jibs. I mean, equipment that, I'm a gadget guy, so I was freaking out how exciting that was.
I don't even know. There are some shots where it looks like it's like a sweeping shot coming from like the second story down, and I'm like, that's a drone shot, but that's in
No, drones. Back in the day, so
obviously
it was
not,
a crane.
right?
It was a crane, coming down. Oh,
No way.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
was he involved in the direction? I'm sorry, in like the creation of it, like
the original of
Freak. It's,
No. That was me years and years of testing it around the country, traveling, touring.
And that was all
with it.
you with the projections and the sound,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that.
yeah,
No
yeah.
kid, that's an incredible performance. It's really,
Oh, thank you,
really
man.
fucking
Well,
great.
Matt Damon, when I just did the Odyssey with him, said that him and Ben Affleck came to see my show Freak, and that's why they were inspired to write
Good Will Hunting?
Good Will Hunting.
Get
thank
outta
you.
here, dude.
Yeah. I mean, what a compliment that
They
was.
came to Freak. So Affleck and Damon came to Freak, and they were like, "We gotta do something like this."
Yeah, if this guy can write a story by himself, why don't we write a story about ourselves?
No fucking
Yeah,
shit.
isn't that incredible?
That's like one of my favorite movies.
Oh my God! So I just saw it recently. Wow, it's
Really?
unbelievable.
It's crazy.
It's one of the masterpieces of screenwriting.
I've been on a
And
Robin
filming.
Williams kick. Just because I hadn't
yeah.
seen enough of Robin Williams, and what was I watching recently? I was watching Patch Adams.
Oh my
and
God,
he's
incredible!
unreal.
I work with him. I did Tu Wong Fu. He's a guy who tells us how to travel across. Because it's basically we're transgender women in a road movie.
Oh, and you play Chi-Chi, right?
Yeah, I played you.
Yeah,
But I haven't seen with Robin Williams. We were next to each other, goofing, improvising. Oh my God, it was incredible.
You've worked with like basically every major actor ever.
I have,
right?
I have.
Is there a trait that they share that really sticks out to you, be it while
Absolutely.
while recording or before?
Yeah, I found that the best actors are the loosest, the most themselves, and the not so good ones are always incredibly painfully insecure and negative. There's so much negativity flying out of them.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
That makes perfect sense. I always think to ask actors, I want to ask like, how seriously do you take it? Because obviously the preparation, the research,
Yeah.
you take incredibly
No, but they
seriously.
match exactly. But they do prepare. All the great actors do prepare their asses off. Ben Foster, when I worked with him, he had the accent. Oh, he's incredible.
He's unreal.
Come on, he's one of those great actors. And he worked on the Polish accent. We did The Survivor, and he had the accent all times, 24/7. He was in character, but he was gentle and loving when like cool.
Yeah, okay. So
to
you
hang.
keep the accent, but he would be more of a regular person.
Yeah,
That's
as
an
much as
interesting
he
way to do
could,
it.
but you know that real actors can just, they you have to be able to be present, and that's the magic of film. That you know how to be present. If you can't be present, you can't be present on film, and you can't give us authenticity. You can't give us the impulsivity, the animal in you, because that has to exist on film.
And that's
Speaking
what
of, segue into Raging Bull.
Raging Bull. Let's go. Jake LaMotta.
This is the most animal actor in the world, and my buddy Bobby, because I'm in the inner circle, so I get to call him Bobby. We had lunch a year ago.
Yeah.
But we've been texting.
Before we get into Raging Bull, let me tell you how Shopify is here to help you. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the United States. 10%. Shopify helps you build a beautiful online store that matches your brand style. Okay? You can get the word out like you have a marketing team behind you, just with Shopify. You can easily create email and social media campaigns wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. Both work at Shopify. Shopify helps you find your customers with easy-to-run email campaigns and social media campaigns, and everything is all in one place with Shopify, making your life easier and your business operations smoother. It's time to turn those what-ifs into cash with Shopify today. Sign up for your $1 per month trial today at shopify.com/scene. Go to shopify.com/scene. That is shopify.com/scene.
You got out of line.
Oh my God, this is some of the best acting I've ever seen in my life. Look at that look. Taking it in, he's
Give
present.
me that look, Joey.
Ooh.
I gotta accept your answer, But I'm telling you now, if I hear anything, I swear on our mother, I'm gonna kill somebody. I'm gonna kill somebody, Joey.
Well, go ahead and kill everybody. You're a tough guy. Go kill people. Kill Vicky, kill Salvi, kill Tommy Como, kill me while you're at it. What do I care? You're killing yourself the way you eat. You're a fat fuck. Look at you.
What do you mean? I don't understand. What do you mean kill you?
Me. Kill me. Start here. Kill me first. Do me a fucking favor. Because you're driving me crazy. You're a killer. You're a big shot. Just kill. You're a killer.
Excuse me. What do you mean by you, though?
So?
Oh, I got the paranoia coming in, but just perfectly trying to piece doing the math in his head. He's so brilliant, man.
You could have said anybody, but you said you and them.
You really let this girl ruin your life. Look at you. She really did some job on you. You know how fucking nuts you are? Look what she did to you.
You fucked my wife.
What?
You fucked my wife.
How could you ask me a question like that? How could you ask me? I'm your brother.
Wow.
I mean, that's insane.
That's incredible. Scorsese's best. Scorsese's best. De Niro's best.
That's their best to you?
I think so. I think it's a masterpiece of American cinema, of screenwriting, acting. I mean, everything is so brilliant. Black and white.
The black
in
and
that
white.
era. You know how the risk he took doing that. It's the best fighting that you've ever seen too, because he made it expressionistic. So it wasn't like. Following every punch correctly. No, it was like images of punches, and the way he shot it, was like abstract. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It made it more, I don't know, visceral. It hit you even harder.
Now, do you respect me less because I haven't seen it? You can answer honestly.
I don't want to do that in front of your crew. I mean, your crew's right there. I can't. Okay, a little bit.
A little bit, right?
Because
No,
you pushed me to say that. Otherwise, I would have never said that.
I was actually just reading a book called
No, because I don't hold it against you, because there are too many great movies. You can't. I have lists, and I'm 65, and I still haven't seen all the movies.
And it just gets longer and longer. And
How?
longer.
How's that? And what were you were saying? You were about to say? Sorry.
I had just read. I literally just finished this book called The Last Kings of Hollywood, and it's about Coppola, Lucas, and Spielberg, and it's their come up. And
isn't that exciting?
It's amazing. You'd love it. It just came out.
Why doesn't every director have that? This camaraderie in this community,
Right.
of the best thinkers and artists in their field collaborating with each other, checking each other's work.
Do you know who has it? Guillermo del Toro. Before the Oscars or before the Golden Globes the other night, he said that he has 10 people he sends every movie to. He was talking about Frankenstein. And in that group is Spielberg, is Lucas, is Coppola. I forget exactly who it is, but Spielberg's in it. And the only reason I know Spielberg's in it for sure is because Guillermo del Toro sent him Frankenstein, and Spielberg said, take out a 7-minute segment. And Del Toro said, it's my favorite 7 minutes in the movie. But when Steven Spielberg says, take it out, I took it out.
Oh, shoot.
So he says it's gone.
Wow, isn't that incredible?
Crazy.
I mean, I think that didn't Spielberg produce Hamnet?
Oh, shit. Did he really? I didn't know that.
I think he did. Anyway, he showed it to her and told Chloe to trim it, that it's too long.
Really?
And there's not, like, no wasted space in Hamnet. I mean, there's no wasted time. That's incredible.
That was really great.
But, I kind of knew that because I did a movie that Guillermo del Toro produced called Crónicas, 2003, and he had a crew of Alfonso Cuarón, Iñárritu, and him. And so he had his own like Latin version of Coppola, Spielberg, and Lucas. You know what I mean?
And Iñárritu's doing a comedy this year, right?
He's doing a comedy.
I'm like 99% sure he's doing a comedy this year.
Why not? Why not? I mean, Scorsese did After Hours. It was phenomenal, man. But back to Raging Bull, man. That's what happens when you have a beautiful collaboration between two artists that are like-minded, that respect each other, and make each other better. Mm-hmm. And you rarely get that in this business. But there you had Scorsese been working with De Niro since they both started. Yeah. It was their third or fourth film together. And the script was Paul Schrader, a great writer. They all went away to the Caribbean. Right. Because De Niro said it needed work, and they retooled it together.
And you know how it was also, when De Niro brought the book, it was, Scorsese was in the hospital, he just cocoa-did. And so De Niro went to see him in the hospital and brought the paperback version of Taxi Driver, and he was
to make him work.
He goes, this is the next thing I want to do together.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that part of the story.
I just read it in The Last Kings of Hollywood.
That's crazy. Holy shit. I guess to inspire him and to give him a reason for
something
living.
to live for, right? Yeah. And actually, working with directors just reminded me of a question I forgot to ask you. Working with Spike Lee on Freak and then working with Spike
Yeah.
on Summer of Sam. First of all, the earlier experience must have made it easier. But what were the differences between, like, did he treat you differently? Were you now, before you were working more collaboratively, that it was his show?
Right.
On Summer of Sam?
I think I definitely, we had a relationship now, you know what I mean? We had a relationship, so that definitely helped. I think also we're New Yorkers, and there's a bond that happens. I don't know, because we're both, from New York, people of color, and I think we jived. And also just Spike and I jived. We just really connected. And I had a blast, man. I had a blast working with him. To see him pump his fist after I did a scene, and and see him behind the camera and he'd go give me a high five. It was thrilling, man, thrilling. And he loved Mira and I. And we had an amazing time working together. It was one of the best times of my life on film, And I've had a few of those, but that was one of the special ones.
All right, next up, we are going to go with a more recent classic of yours, The Menu.
The Menu.
The Menu.
If
Do you want to know why you're being punished?
Sure.
I saw the film Calling Dr. Sunshine. I did not enjoy it.
Sorry?
It was a Sunday. My one day off in months. The most precious day, the day that
I feel like that about some movies. You destroyed my weekend. You took my time from me that I'll never get back.
I just acted in it.
The memory of your face in that film, seeing you again now, haunts me, drives me. What happens to an artist when he loses his purpose?
Oh my God, I feel that about so many actors.
And what about her?
What school did you go to?
Brown?
Student loans? No. I'm sorry, you're dying.
Amy Carrero, she's so great. Oh my God, we had so much fun. Mark Mylod, the director of Succession.
He directed that?
Yes, and he's very English. He's very wonderful. I loved working with him. It was incredibly wonderful. And he let us improvise like crazy. That speech was all like pretty legit to what Seth and Will wrote. But we improvised a ton, man. Everybody did. Everybody was, it was like a master class in acting everywhere you look. Janet McTeer, one of the great actresses.
I sat next to her at a play recently, and it was the coolest thing that's ever happened to me.
You sat next to her? Was she in it, or?
No. She was sitting I was in London. I was in the West End. I went to Giant, which is a new one that Lithgow's going to be doing over here. It's really, really great.
Oh, wow, incredible. Based on the book and the movie, the Giant, the one...
No, it's the story of Roald Dahl.
Oh, Rolled Up.
And it's really, really great.
Oh, wow.
It starts in Broadway, I think, in March. It's very good. But I sat next to her at the play, and I was telling all my friends walking out, I was like,
oh my God, Janet McTeer, she's so great.
It was cool, so cool.
To watch her improvise and incredible.
And now this was filmed, as I said, I just saw her at a play. This was filmed like a play, right? Because you guys are all basically in every shot, right?
Right. So we had to be together 24/7.
Really?
Yeah, which made us really close. I've never done that before, like where you had to be with each other all the time. You usually do your scene, you leave, and you don't watch anybody else. You don't really, everybody's too busy working, so you're by yourself on your phone, reading your books, whatever.
Dr. Sunshine, you said you feel that about a couple actors as well.
I'm not going to name names.
No. I would never ask you to do that. But like, do you feel that in public sometimes? Like, do you feel if you're talking to someone, be it a fan or a stranger, where you're like, this person genuinely dislikes me because of something I did on TV? Do you ever feel that?
Oh, yeah. People have, when Carlito's Way came out, Italian people used to be upset at me.
Really?
About killing Pacino.
Get the
I'm
fuck
serious.
out of here.
They were like, hey, why didn't you let him go away? Let him escape. Why'd you have to kill him when he was trying to escape? I go, dude, it was a film. It's not a documentary. You can relax. He's still alive. You can see him in the next movie. I had to explain myself because people thought they were upset at me for killing him.
John Leguizamo. So you're telling me that the Italians around New York were stopping you in the streets and going,
seriously.
The fuck did you kill Pacino?
Why? And some of them were joking, but some of them weren't joking. And I was like, come on, no, come on.
No way.
Yeah. He was about to get away, man. Why'd you let him go? Why you had to shoot him? And I was like, yo. First of all, let's look at the plot. He disrespected me first. I was fanboying him, and he pushed me down the stairs. Who's at fault here? Okay, let's look at the math here.
Let's do that. Exactly. What a segue, John! Come on!
You set me up.
Before we get into Carlito's Way, I'm going to tell you about Fast Growing Trees and how they're helping us here at Scene Stealers. Did you know that Fast Growing Trees is America's largest and most trusted online nursery with thousands of trees and plants and over 2 million happy customers? That is Fast Growing Trees. They have all the plants your yard or home needs, including fruit trees, privacy trees, flowering trees, shrubs, shrubberies, Monty Python, and houseplants, all grown with care and guaranteed to arrive healthy. Whatever you're looking for, Fast Growing Trees helps you find options that actually work for your climate, your space, and your lifestyle. I actually just redid my whole apartment. I got a little balcony. I'm going to hit up Fast Growing Trees to get some plants and some, what do we call them? I read that they're privacy trees. I'm going to get some privacy trees on my balcony. You don't need a big yard, balcony, or a lot of space. You can grow lemon, avocado, olive, or fig trees indoors, along with a whole variety of houseplants, all grown with care and hand-selected to thrive in your home. Right now, they have great deals going on for spring planting essentials, up to half off on selected plants. And listeners to our show get 20% off, that's 20% off their first purchase when using code SCENE, S-C-E-N-E, at checkout. That's an additional 20% off. Better plants and better growing at fastergrowingtrees.com using code SCENE, S-C-E-N-E, at checkout. Fastgrowingtrees.com, code SCENE. Now's the perfect time to plant. Let's grow together. Use Scene today to save. Offer is valid for a limited time. Terms and conditions may apply, so go do it now.
I think the only problem here is that Steffi doesn't know where she belongs. Come on, Steffi, let's go.
Steffi belongs here. That's where she belongs.
That right there was fucking electric.
Blow your fucking head off. Hey, this cocksucker's head off. Put that fucking gun away. Get him out. Go. How does it feel? Huh? Bitch, man.
The way the Palma
so
shoots.
fucking sick, right, dude?
He's incredible, man.
He's so sick.
He storyboards everything. And he did stick figures, the worst drawings, but he storyboards every piece of filming.
No kidding.
He's brilliant.
Now, if I ever see you here again, you die. Just like that.
Oh, that'll twist in my head. Like what, motherfucker?
Man. You fucking in the history books, that's what you are, man. So you might as well fucking kill me now, because if I ever see you again, I swear to God, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
That at the end was a stunt double.
Yeah.
This was, I think, the most important film in my life for me, because I had just done Casualties of War with De Palma, and I came on this film, and it was film, it wasn't digital. And when I did my entrance, he gave me 35 takes. And I just come from independent film, where I had to beg for every take, because you couldn't, like, you did 1 or 2 or 3. 3 was a lot. But if you wanted a 4th, you had to beg, because it was too expensive.
You probably pay for it yourself.
Yeah, I'm out of pocket. So he gave me 35 shots at the entrance, because he loved everything I did. I did different things. I knocked people's trays over. I tripped people.
No shit.
I danced with some, and he would be cracking up. And he let me do 35 takes, and a lot of my stuff is all improvised.
Really? You come in on that one, you look like you're gonna jump off fucking screen.
Yeah.
You're made of electricity, particularly when you lunge across the table. It's.
Yeah, and it was careful. I had to be careful not to hurt her, but I'm a good actor in the sense that I know my physicality. I'm a very physical actor, but I know not to hurt people. You know what I mean? There are actors who get physical and hurt you, and there's no need to do that to your fellow actors. You got to respect the people. So I'm very respectful of my actors. I don't want to hurt anybody. So I worked it out with her how I was going to grab her hair without pulling it for real.
Right.
She has to do the work. I know how to. You need to learn stunting a little. So if you want to be that physical.
So that's something you talk about with the whole table.
Oh yeah.
beforehand?
I'm that kind of actor. I like to talk about it. I want to prepare. I don't want to hurt anybody, but I want to be able to be as physical and animalistic as possible.
That was such a great lunge, and everyone at the table reacted so amazingly that I thought you just did it. I thought, like, watching it my first take, I was like, oh, that was improv.
No, I told
he
him. It was in the take, and I thought of it, and then I told De Palma and everybody, because I didn't want to lunge and hurt her. And the way that De Palma shot it, he was moving that camera. So I was young, and I was learning. I had to learn how to wait to say my stuff and do my stuff when the camera was back on me. And De Palma taught me that. He goes, John, don't. you got to wait for the camera. You're doing beautiful things, but if you do it before the camera turns to you, we're not going to see it. And I didn't know that, that you had to, sometimes it's not real. It's it feels fake. But if I didn't wait, it'd be gone.
Yep.
So I had to wait, hold my line, and the camera comes, then say my line and do my thing. And then the camera would go away. Then I would have to kind of slow it down.
Dude, that's so cool. Now you've worked with De Palma, Spike Lee, Favreau. You've worked with a lot of great directors multiple times.
Yes, I have.
What is something that you do that makes great directors go, I need him back?
I'm a great actor. I'm a great actor, and I'm very collaborative, and I'll give you more than you ever expected. I'll give you more because I do my mad research. I'm very method. I studied with Strasberg. My acting killed him, but that's another story. February 2nd, 1982. You can look it up.
I'm sorry, what happened?
I was in Strasberg's class for the first time because I was in Strasberg Institute, and I did a sense memory thing, and my acting was so bad that he died that night. At least that's what I tell people. He did, literally. It's he passed away that night.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, it's so funny you said that because De Palma just emailed me wanting me to be in what he's calling his last film that he wrote. And it was so touching that here we are, decades later, and he still wants to work with me. Now, of course, I want to work with him because he's one of the America's greats.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know Brian De Palma until this book, until The Last Kings of Hollywood, because he was friends with Spielberg.
Yes, they were all tight.
They
were all tight together. Spielberg, Scorsese, Lucas. Was there somebody else?
Dude, Coppola.
Coppola, yeah.
Dude, the Scorsese story I just read about. So Spielberg in '75, Jaws comes out, flipped the Hollywood studio industry, right? That was the first weekend where opening weekend matters. That's a big thing. And Spielberg was so nervous about that opening weekend, that Scorsese was like, I'll come pick you up, let's just hang out today.
Oh,
and they just
man,
drove around from theater to theater in LA and just looked at the lines of how long the Jaws lines were. And I was thinking about that, how cool a story that is of just those two guys driving around just being
some of the best directors in the history of America.
Look how our life is changing right now.
And they were nervous, they were young, they didn't know, and they were changing things, and they're helping each other out. How beautiful is that?
It is so cool.
Oh my God, it's so cool. Spielberg produced Tu Wong Fu.
Did he?
Yeah.
I didn't know
It's incredible how he helps other filmmakers. I love that, like Scorsese does too,
Yeah.
Like Scorsese releases all his resources, I Am Cuba is one of the greatest films ever made that everybody bought. Paul Thomas Anderson borrowed a ton of it for Boogie Nights. Scorsese's borrowed a ton from this. Russians came to Cuba and they shot all these movies of Cuba in the 50s, but the shots are incredible. The shots are so beyond anything Americans had thought was possible.
No way.
And he shares this information like that. Most people keep that close to their vest because they want to be thought of as, a spontaneous generation. I'm a genius. No one influenced me. I'm an influencer. Come on, get off.
You stole it from everybody. We all
know.
Everybody. Okay, John Leguizamo. Thank you so much for your time.
Oh, man, what a blast, man. I loved being here.
This has been,
I don't
honestly,
want to leave.
an absolute honor. Julia, honestly, I've been talking to my mom about this because my mom saw Latin History for Morons. And
oh, she did? Oh,
all
that's
she
awesome.
does is talk about, she came, I forget exactly what it is you do in it. Is it, you know me? You have a move that she came for 6 months. All she did around the house was, you know me.
Yeah, because that was what we did. That was a very New York thing. You want to fight me? Is you know me?
Yeah.
You know me? You want to throw down?
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it did with my mom.
I love seeing your mom. She's so ghetto.
Yeah. Well, John, thank you so much. Please check out Dear Killer Nannies. It is on Hulu, Disney Plus right now. Honestly, a genuine
pleasure, man.
honor.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.